Have you ever heard of a giant who made even Goliath look small? Yes, there once lived a king named Og of Bashan, a man whose strength and size became the stuff of legends. According to Deuteronomy 3:11, his iron bed was over 4 meters long. Imagine that. A bed so massive it could fit 2 grown men lying head to toe. People whispered his name in fear, believing no human could ever stand against him. But despite all his might, his power could not save him when he stood against the people of God. When the Israelites journeyed toward the Promised Land, they reached the borders of Bashan, and King Og rose to stop them. He didn't hide behind his walls. He came out, leading a massive army from his strongholds, his presence towering like a mountain over the battlefield. Imagine the sound: armor clanging, soldiers shouting, dust rising like smoke. Fear spread through the camp of Israel, except for one man, Moses. Why wasn't he afraid? Because God had already spoken. In Deuteronomy 3:2, the Lord said, "Do not be afraid of him, for I have already delivered him into your hands." Before the battle even began, the victory was already written. And when the clash came, it wasn't the size of the sword that decided the outcome. It was the size of their faith. Now pause for a moment and think, what's the giant standing in your way today? Maybe it's fear, maybe it's rejection, maybe it's the voice that says you're not good enough. King Og was the largest man anyone had ever seen, yet he still fell. Because when God stands beside you, even the impossible becomes possible. Psalm 27:1 reminds us, "The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid?" Sometimes, God allows giants to appear in your path, not to destroy you, but to prove that your destiny is bigger than your opposition. The taller the giant, the greater the glory when it falls. The story of King Og isn't just history, it's a mirror for us today. Pride may build walls, but faith breaks them. Power may command fear, but only obedience to God brings victory. Remember, the size of your enemy doesn't determine the outcome. Your trust in God does. So when life's battles rise against you, don't run. Stand firm like Moses, because if God has spoken over your life, even your biggest giant will fall. If this message inspired you, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and share this story with someone who needs to know that no force is greater than God's promise.